welcome to another episode of Percolating Thoughts. Today we're going to be talking about diet culture and also just like the intense trend of like working out, eating properly. Obviously, like you want to be healthy, you want to be hitting the goals that you want to hit, but also you want to do it in, a healthy way, I guess is the best way to say that. I guess my first question to you, Belle, is what is one just like insane diet trend that you think that people are adapting right now that you're like, that's not cool. That's not okay.
There's two that I can think of right now. Fiber maxing and the keto diet. Fi- um, Fiber maxing I think is crazy because you're basically just like going to be sitting on the toilet all the time. And that's like really awful for your body. Like, yeah, you're intaking this fiber, which like great, but like then it has to come out and eventually you will get stopped up and you're going to bloat so much easier. So I think fiber maxing is just a really interesting one. And then keto, I like have always had like a hard time um being like on board or off board with it because I think like it's a great way to get all of like your nutrients in, but also like everybody's like metabolism is different. So like finding like your ketosis um is like is like I think it's just like a really hard definition for everyone because our metabolisms are so different. And I think like in diet culture, we don't think a lot about like our family history, what our parents look like, what the rest of our family looks like. I think like that's something I've learned as I get older is like I'm not going to be a stick because that's not in my family genes. Like the note, like that's not who, like what my family's body type is on either side. And so I think like just like I like have a love-hate relationship with certain diets because of that. But I think like ketosis, especially because we all just have so many different like metabolic rates that it would just take like so long for you to perfect it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. I think for me, like you brought up keto, and that's kind of I was like, oh my gosh, wait, what's actually insane is the all meat diet. Like people will eat, different variations of meat. I think mainly steak, for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what I'm seeing from the videos that I'm getting,
Mm.
um, is that there's nothing accompanied with it. It's just all meat, you know?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love a good steak, but I don't think I could put that much in my body in one day.
Yeah.
Um, and so I just thought that was crazy. But if you're like a lifter or, you do a lot of like bodybuilding, I'm sure that like is a diet that works for you. But
Yeah.
I see it and I'm like, every meal, every day, my poor wallet would be,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I think too, like another, it's not, I don't know, it's like a trend that keeps going on and off is my fitness pal. I have a love-hate relationship with it too.
Yes.
Um, because I don't know, it's just yeah.
Low key
I think
annoying,
it's
but then whenever you want to record your calories, it's helpful. I don't know.
yeah.
And then it's
I
like
think it's great for being able to track like what you're eating and things like that. And especially if you're like trying to like eat cleaner or something. But it's just when it starts to do all of the like mathematics and push like this like uh really unhealthy diet culture that I'm like it's really actually awful because you can't maintain 1,200 calories in a day.
no.
Um so yeah, it's another trend that keeps coming back and forth.
Yes. I won't lie. Sometimes Like I'll re-download it and then delete it because I'm like tired of the notifications. And then it's like, oh, so while you're on here, by the way, go ahead and pay this much per month to
Right?
actually see us break down the math for you. And I'm like, no, I think I could do it by myself. And then I get stuck. So,
Yeah.
but that's just the phase of life. Now,
Yeah.
another trend I will say that has been like popping up on my TikTok and social media for sure is Hotworks. And don't get me wrong, I am a Hotworks girly to the core. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I see also like haters of Hotworks and people saying like, hey, if you're going to use Hotworks, you have to use it effectively and cross train and also eat well, and then also do this and that sort of thing. And um, not just go to Hotworks to say you went to Hotworks, it worked out. So that's another thing. But then, genuinely watching like the transformations and everything just kind of keeps me motivated. But that's another one I've been saying.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Slay. What do you prefer to like when you like work out or whatever? What kind of things do you enjoy?
Wait, what do you mean? Like
Like
weightlifting, like
weightlifting,
cardio?
Pilates, hit, cardio, any of that?
So I am a big like Pilates girly. I like working my core and then also like glutes. Um, so I think I would like Hotworks has like the Pilates and they also have like a buns class, which is my absolute favorites. And then I'll throw in a little cardio here and there. One thing that I have fallen victim to is the Gabby George bridal arm series. I've been doing that for the past like 2 weeks, and it's actually really nice. Um, so just a little bit of everything, I guess, to give you a simple answer. What about you?
I have always done weightlifting. I think I started, I want to say my freshman year of undergrad. Um, yeah, I think I started weightlifting then, and I just have kind of done it ever since. Because I've always been like I hold muscle more than like I think other women do. And so then I started going to Crunch and I did like one of their physical trainers for a while and got more into lifting and I've been like I don't know, but now I think I've been lifting for 5 years-ish on and off and I have like a love-hate relationship now because like I don't know, the older you get, like your body needs something different and I just haven't found what that different is. I've tried um like there's like this one guy who I don't forget what it's called, but it's a type of boxing um before or like I like core heavy days or Pilates days or cardio. Like I do a full mix throughout the week, but I've yet to find something that like I'm passionate about again that's not weightlifting. I think that's just like my default and it's always going to be my default. Because I just have a hard time doing things like minus cardio, like without a weight. I just have a really hard time. And I also hate group fitness classes. So like I Pilates is just like Pilates classes aren't my thing, yoga isn't my thing, and so like that's also what's hard is like trying to find a balance.
Hmm.
Um, and there's just no balance. So I do a mix of everything.
No, that's fair. That's very fair. Um, I guess, oh my gosh, you know what I absolutely hate to see on social media is these like women saying, "Hey, I lost like 100 plus pounds or this many pounds, and here's my before and here's my after." And then people in the comments are like, "Tell me literally step by step how you did that." And then, okay, number one, sometimes the creator doesn't like say like, "Here's how I lost this weight and kept the weight off, which is annoying, number one. But then number two, with someone saying, hey, step by step, like I want to know how you did that. Everybody's body is different too. So I think that's why like people are able to do a mix. Like there's just like a mix of like workouts that you can be interested in and change it up and you gotta find what works best for you too. And some days it's weightlifting and some days it's cardio and then some days it's just stretching. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's no harm in that.
Do you feel like your reasons for like working out have changed over time from like say, I don't know, freshman year to like now?
Yeah, so freshman year, my reasons for working out was very much like I gained the freshman 15 and just kept like gaining from there. It was just I felt gross, did not like it. In high school, I weighed like close to 150 pounds, and I also had an eating disorder that was undiagnosed. But if you looked at me in high school versus now, you'd be like, oh, you know. So there was that. But then I've been on and off with working out mainly because, like, just in general, like losing weight, looking better, feeling better. Um, and also just like having influence of people around me, like being like, oh, why can't I be as skinny as her or as shaped up as she is, or um, I guess what determined or disciplined as they are uh,
Yeah.
for this. So there's been that pressure too. Now the reason has like kind of changed only because like number one, I'm getting married later this year. Want to look my best, want to feel my best. Number two, again, like I just right now I'm at the most I've ever weighed, so I just want to make sure that I can, be healthy and then find ways to not weigh as much. Um, so there's that whole scenario. Um, There's another thing I was going to segue into this to, but I don't remember what it was. But anyway, what about you?
Um, I was like talking to my aunt about this a few weeks ago, and it's just like working out is just so built into my routine now
Mm,
that I like feel gross if I don't. Like I feel
I,
really bloated and just like unwell if I don't like go to the gym. I've had to learn how to have rest days and I'm still in like a battle with rest days. Because I'm like, because like in my mind, I'm like, well, if you're just sitting at home, why can't you just like go walk on the treadmill or go do something like active? Um, so I have a love-hate relationship with rest days, but like, yeah, if there's like a day I don't work out, I just feel really gross and bloated and just like not well. So I think it's just like now it's so built into my routine and I feel better. Um, Even if it's not like for weight loss or anything like that, it's just like getting up and getting your body like moving. Um, can totally like reset like can set the mood for your day or if you work out later at night reset you for your night routine and things like that.
right, right.
That's something else that people always I think talk about is like calorie deficit. That
Oh
pisses me
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Like I understand it
But I don't think they're
scientifically.
wrong.
Yeah, I understand it scientifically.
Yeah.
But that is one thing that I hate. Like you're talking about TikTok comments when like the creators will comment back, "Ah, just go into a calorie deficit." Okay, but like you have to like adjust your body to that calorie deficit over time. You cannot just drop from eating 2,500 calories a day to 1,800 calories in one day.
Right.
And also like clean calories if that's what you're switching to.
Mm,
Um, yeah, so I hate when that's the answer. That's another trend I hate. Do not just say it's a calorie deficit.
Right.
You
Right.
also are going to the gym.
I know. It's that's something that I had to like also realize because like not only are people saying, oh yeah, go into a calorie deficit while also going to the gym and then eating low calories and high protein and this, that, and the third and um that sort of thing, but there's also common servicing like, hey, if you spend a week eating like 1,800 calories like every day, but like say Sunday you indulge and do like 2,500 or something,
Mhm.
then they're like, hey, that's actually way better for you than just eating 1,800 calories the entire week. And I'm like, what? And then they're
Mhm.
like, oh, it's because the switch up in the calories because your body's just trying to, your body will try to like, I don't know, adjust or do something or whatever. And so I'm
Yeah.
just like, can someone just tell me what to do? Just tell me what to do and stop messing with me right now.
No, literally, literally. Um, there was one time my mom cut out like all bread products
Hmm.
and it worked.
Yeah, that's,
But I was like, you're crazy.
yeah,
Um, and obviously, like, it's not sustainable. Don't do that, guys.
no.
Uh, but yeah, just limit your intake instead.
Yeah, just make sure you, that and also like, as whenever you eat, like a lot of people say, well, you don't have to eat your whole meal, just eat until you're, comfortably full,
Mhm.
And I don't think my body knew, like sometimes my body doesn't even know what that means. Uh,
Yeah.
like if I see an entire plate of chicken fettuccine Alfredo, I'm going to eat it. So
That
anyway,
could just be trauma from being like, finish your plate or you can't leave the table.
you're so right. You're so right, actually. So that is the like it just depends on the food. But now that I've, kind of slowed down and noticed and, you know, been a little bit more intentional with what I put in my body, I won't like I know what my body feels like when it's comfortably full.
Yeah.
So, and then you have to think, am I eating because I'm hungry or am I eating because I'm bored? And that
Mm,
pisses me off because that's what my mom used to say to me or ask me growing up, like, are you eating because you're hungry or are you eating because you're bored? Because I promise you it's probably because you're bored. And if that's the case, then eat a peanut butter sandwich and then see where you're at, and
yeah.
then you'll really realize. And I'm like, okay, that's this. And then I have my own free will now, and it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah.
For a fun question, I know you don't go to like a traditional gym, but what is your gym pet peeve?
Okay, so at Hotworks, and I'm pretty sure it's like it's the same whenever I go to any other gym too. But in at Hotworks, there's an unspoken rule to where like if someone schedules to use a sauna, because like saunas will they hold up to 3 people.
Mhm.
Um, if someone like schedules to use a sauna, then no one else should schedule to use that sauna, you know,
Yeah.
because it's supposed to be like everybody is like just indirectly saying hot works is for introverts who want to work out. And I'm fine with that. I love a sauna to myself. There's only ever been one time since I started going there that someone scheduled to work out, didn't even schedule, just got in a sauna with me and started working out. So, but um,
I would immediately leave.
I put my stuff in and I was like, you're joking. Anyway, um, but she was nice. It was just really awkward.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like that, if someone schedules to use the same sauna as me or not, just hops in the sauna. But then the
Mhm.
other thing is like say you want to go and use a certain piece of equipment or whatever, and someone's like lining up and like waiting to use that equipment after you, or is like, oh my gosh, you're doing RDLs? Let me come over in your space and start doing my little like bicep curl. Like, do
Yeah,
you have to be here, like right here? You know?
they do.
Um, so like today I had to leave Hotworks because I couldn't even do my Gabby George bridal arm workout at Hotworks. I had to come home to do it because there was a man just like all over the FX zone, which is like where the weightlifting stuff is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you just find one spot and stay there? Find one spot and stay there, and then I can just go wherever you aren't. So that's
Yeah.
like my biggest pet peeve. What about you?
I need to look into this bridal arms thing since you keep bringing it up. Um,
Yes.
because I'm, like I said, I'm very open to changing up right now because weightlifting, I just don't think it's for my body anymore. Oh, I'm getting old.
It's very
Um,
nonchalant and it's very like it's ball buster, without being ball buster. It's like 7 minutes a day, nonchalant. You'll feel a burn. And then I've actually like seen the results of it, which is like really good. Like seeing brides before versus them after in their wedding dresses, and I'm just like,
yeah,
okay, good job.
slay.
Anyway, sorry.
No, no, I opened the door. Um, my biggest gym pet peeve. I think not wearing a shirt. Um, that's great that you have really hot pecs. Put a shirt on. That's great that like you're super skinny and slay queen. Put a shirt on. We don't all have to like look at your boobs. Like I don't know. Maybe you know what I've been saying this recently. I think I'm more like a boomer every day. But it's just like I don't know. It's just like to me it's just like it's a public place and if it's not like a Pilates class, a hot yoga class, hot works or something, I just don't I don't know, put on the shirt.
Well, even in like Pilates, like I don't care if you're in like one of those cropped tanks or something. Like that's
That's totally
that's
fine.
cutie, love
It's the
it.
sport bra.
If you're solely in a sports bra, and I know now sports bras are being made to look cute so that way you can wear it without a shirt on. But what I do is I look at that and I'm like, okay, that's not fair. And it's not like my fault because it's not fair because here's
Yeah.
the thing, like I could go out and wear a fun, cutie little sports bra to my workout. But not everybody has the same boob size. And
Yeah.
I can't help that, okay? Nor do I have the money to get something done about it, but that's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that and oh, I hate oh no. Hmm. I don't know. I think like that's why crunch used to get on my nerves is so I used to like they have like a stretch room there and I just could not stand when people would be in the stretch room doing like full workout lifts and I was like I just wanted to stretch. My bad, y'all. Like I used to just go into the group fitness rooms because it was like such a like it kept happening. But yeah, I would say that. And I think also when guys, well, maybe girls do this too. I don't know. I've never seen. But when guys like try and lift a heavier weight than you know they can lift, like that's so embarrassing to watch. Stop that. I don't want to watch you do that. I'm embarrassed for you. It is okay if you can't lift the highest weight. It's actually better for your body if you lift the weight that you can lift. Um, yeah, that also gets my nerves. But yeah. What is one workout class that Okay, final fun question. What's one workout class that you think is silly? Like you wouldn't do because it's just not up your alley.
Okay. S- I don't really have an answer to that because I'm like willing to try anything. So like and I keep like saying like talking about Hotworks and everything, but Hotworks has like different isometric workouts and HIIT workouts. The one, and have tried every workout except one, and it's only because I don't have the equipment I need to be in there. But the other one that I did try that I absolutely hated and was like, what happened? Because nothing, I didn't feel
Yeah.
anything. They have like a hot ISO class, and it's essentially just you like flexing and then like doing movements. And I was like, that's what?
Yeah.
You know? So, if I had to choose something, it would be that. That would be my answer. What about you?
Spin classes and hot yoga. I know you go to Hotworks, but
See, I don't do yoga. I did yoga once and I was like, I'm not a big fan of this.
it's just the being hot part.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, I don't like yoga either. Yoga, like, I don't know, it just weirds me out. But
um,
um, spin classes, 100%, absolutely not. Am I putting my ass on that small ass seat and listening to somebody yell at me to do something?
I did a few spin classes at Mizzou, actually,
Mhm.
and I think they called it like the Tiger's Lair or something.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I had such a fun time, and I think the instructors were like a little bit understanding about what each person in the room needed. But then also, Hotworks has like a cycle class, and I didn't have an issue with the seat at Mizzou, but then at Hotworks, it's like, I'm like, I can't, this does not work. It
Yeah.
hurts.
No,
Uh,
Mizzou's the one place that I would have done it at if I was going to do it.
yeah, yeah. But other than that, like, I know what you're saying. And then I don't think I would go back to doing a cycle class unless like I absolutely had to, or if unless I was like doing it with somebody or had something to set on the seat
Yeah,
rather than just like ass seat, you know?
literally. LOL. Yeah. I do want to try a real Pilates class, like with the,
Oh, like the isn't it called reformer play?
yeah, 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 yeah. That.
That
I
was
just want to get
great.
on, I just want to get on the machine.
Yeah. I've seen those and they work really well. I don't know if you follow or have seen any of like Nabella, like her
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she has her own studio in her house. It's so pretty. It's so
I know.
pretty. I would
And I
work
was
out in
like,
that
oh,
studio.
I want that
Yeah, yeah.
one day. One
Anyway,
day.
literally manifest it. Manifest. So that is all we have for today. If you have any workout trends that you want to talk about or are like, hey, that doesn't work, or hey, this works wonders, or whatever, feel free to comment down below, or even like workout pet peeves, and that sort of thing, just like fitness trends that you may want to talk about. We'd love to hear from you. We always love to hear from you guys, but without further ado,
Cheers.
cheers.